and welcome to another episode of Faye Fitness. Christmas is right around the corner, and for those of you who are still thinking about what gifts to buy that special someone in your life, I wanted to talk a little bit today about cottons versus synthetic fibers for gym clothing, as well as thermoregulation. So if this sounds like something you'd like to learn more about, stay tuned and I'll show you how. Thank you so much for tuning in today, everyone. As you saw in the introduction, if you're still curious about what to buy that special gym goer in your life, many of you might be thinking about buying gym clothes for them because, as you know, we can never have enough gym clothes. However, there is a big difference between cotton versus synthetic in terms of gym attire. So I just thought I would go into that a little bit today so you'd be a little bit more informed as you go out into the world and make your shopping choices for this time of year. So let's go ahead and dive right in. First, let's go ahead and start with cotton because that's everybody's favorite. I have some examples here. This is one of the cotton tank tops that I wear to the gym. Cotton is great because it's cheap, it's easy to find. You can get your favorite anime heroes on the front, and they're readily accessible, they're everywhere. They wear fairly well. You can come in a bunch of different colors and sizes, but they're not my favorite. So I'll get into that in just a second, but let's go ahead and look at a synthetic shirt. Again, I like to wear sleeveless to the gym. That's just my thing. But can you tell how the fibers of the synthetic shirt are different? They move, the fabric moves different than with a cotton. And they just look different. There's more of like a sheen and a shine to this, and the cotton is much more matte. So when you're thinking in terms of synthetics, those are our spandex, our polyester, our rayons, basically anything that's not cotton. And these might be a little bit harder to find in like a blend that you like. They're actually a lot softer, at least the ones that I've always purchased have been a lot softer than cotton. But the main thing you want to think about is thermoregulation. And that's a big fancy way of saying how your body regulates temperature. So if you're, say, doing a martial arts, you're doing cardio, you're lifting weights, whatever you may be doing for your physical activity, that exertion is going to raise your body's temperature. And so your body has to then create a new homeostasis or a new balance to get your body back down to a safe or a healthy temperature, again, depending on what you're doing. The main way the body does that is through sweating. And that's where the huge difference between cottons and synthetics come into play, is because cotton will absorb the moisture, say from your sweat, but it doesn't wick it away and evaporate it into the air. So if you've ever been doing like a lot of cardio and you're all sweaty, the cotton will actually stick to you and be clingy and gross. And what it's actually doing is trapping all that body heat in next to your skin. So you're gonna be much more uncomfortable than say you're wearing a synthetic. Synthetic fibers have been designed to wick that sweat and that moisture away from the skin and then release it into the environment. So that's why synthetics dry a lot faster and they don't cling to you in the same manner that a cotton would. So that's the huge difference that you really need to think about in terms of when you're buying Christmas presents for someone, is what type of physical activity are they doing? Is it something that they're gonna be sweating a lot and they're gonna be getting, their body temperature up, where they're gonna be hot? Because in summer especially, you have to worry about cottons because you could overheat. If you're wearing all cotton attire and say you go for a jog or a run, because the sweat and the body heat aren't being released into the atmosphere like you would with a synthetic fiber. So synthetics might be a little bit more costly, but I find that they wear better and last longer than cotton. So there are things to consider on both ends of the spectrum. If I'm going for a short jog, say here in the winter where I live, I'll probably go for a cotton because again, it's holding that body heat in and it's gonna make me warmer for longer, whereas the synthetic is just gonna evaporate my body heat off into the environment around me. So that's all I wanted to say about the synthetic versus cotton debate. If you have any questions, please leave those in the comments down below. Otherwise, I hope you all are having a wonderful holiday season, whether it be Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you might be celebrating or not celebrating. I know that regardless of religious affiliation, people do tend to like to buy gifts this time of year. So I wanted to be sure to provide you with some options and some information so you can make more informed buying choices. And I will see you all next week for another Faye Fitness video. So until then, bye guys! Thank you for watching today's video. If you're new to my channel, please hit that like and subscribe button to stay up to date on all of my fresh new content. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support and continued watching of videos on this channel. As always, if you have any questions or you need help with anything, leave them in the comments down below and I'd be more than happy to help you. And if you'd like to check out another popular video, click on either side and feel free to watch that as well. Have a great day.